Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason. As always, my co-host, the voice of MMA in Utah, Mr. Zack. Partridge in the house.
What up,
Welcome back. Fighter Spotlight number 2 of the day.
That's right.
On this episode of the Fighter Spotlight, we are welcoming Mr. Ryan Hamilton, who will be fighting on July 17th for the Fierce Challenger Series. And you guys are the co-main event, right, Ryan?
Co-main event, yes, sir.
You and Johan both making pro debuts. Are you making your pro debut as well?
I am. Yep, pro debut.
Nice. Excited, dude. Zach will be commentating. I'll be in the crowd watching. I'm stoked for this card.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to get that going with everything being shut down last year. So,
Absolutely.
Isn't it crazy like how things are it's just like nothing ever happened now. Everywhere you go, it's just back to normal like that.
Yeah, it's good to get life back going, man, because for especially trying to make a pro debut, it was no go. Other than UFC, nothing was going on. So
that's right.
Yeah.
So Ryan, what went into the decision making to say it's time to go pro?
Actually, I was planning on doing this right before COVID happened. I made the move out to Vegas to make it to turn pro, and then as soon as I got out here with my fiance, the COVID hit, and so it was just a standstill. So it was a plan to do it right before COVID, but now here we are, a year later.
All right. So what was COVID training like for you?
Oh man, every day is like it's a camp for me. I try to just take every day seriously. I'm always at the gym 2 days at least. I just want to make sure that I got into this a little, like in my early 20s is when I stepped in the gym. So I know I'm back on the timetable. So, I got to put as much time as I can into it right now. And so, I just jump into it, jiu-jitsu, 3-4 times a week. We have our striking 3-4 times a week, add in wrestling, and strength conditioning. So, every day is a little bit different, but at the same time, very similar.
Who are your main coaches down there at Syndicate?
John Wood is the head coach. Then we have Mike Pyle, obviously a UFC great. And then Mir just joined the coaching staff as well, which is, his name speaks for itself. And then,
Frank Mir.
Yeah. And John Gunderson is, again, a former UFC vet, so there's a wealth of experience, between the four of them. It's just, it's like getting an encyclopedia or, a dictionary of MMA.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Is his daughter training out of there too?
Yeah. she's already 2-0 as a pro.
2-0. I've seen him. Yeah. She's legit, man.
She is. She's a beast.
Is she even 18 yet?
She just turned 18. She trains with her, so she knows her a little bit better than I do. But,
I was gonna say I watched one of her fights in Mexico, and I know she was only 17 on that one. I was like, damn, like she's good.
Yeah, she's picking up striking. Obviously, she has the wrestling. She's like a 4-time high school champion or something like that. So you can't touch her on the wrestling, but her striking's picking up to a point where you just can't use that against her.
Yeah.
So it's awesome to watch.
She hit the lottery on the gene pool, didn't she? Having dad's Frank Mir.
Yeah.
Not to talk. I was gonna say, and there's the by the way, like she gets to kind of pour it on, get people probably a little bit much because like if you go too hard back, then you got to do rounds with her dad, right?
Oh no, he lets her. He lets no. He's there coaching. He's not the dad. He's there coaching. He wants people to bring it to her. So
I like it. Good.
Yeah, cool. I'm joking. I'm sure Frank's more like that, but
for sure. That's what happens when we walk in the gym. You think that you're like, oh god, it's Frank, but he's one of the nicest human beings I've ever met in my life. Truly,
sure.
Human being, which is awesome.
Are those guys? Is John Wood or Frank or any of those guys who's coming up to corner you for this fight?
I know Mike Pyle is. He's coming up. Cool. I believe John is, but I don't know 100%. We're figuring out logistics and with all the other fighters.
You guys have a handful of fighters from your gym coming up and fighting on the card, right?
Yeah, we do. I think at least 5.
Right, that's like half the card.
Yeah, it seems like it's like a Vegas syndicate show. So, we have a big team.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be it's fun. I don't know about you if you've been there before, but I'm fighting in Salt Lake on July 31st. I have 5 other teammates plus myself fighting on the card.
Awesome.
And so it's like, I love that type of an atmosphere of being in the back with all my teammates, with a bunch of coaches. Like, it's comfortable, right? Like
there's going to be not only like our head coaches, but a lot of our teammates are going to follow us up to corner because
heck
they're
yeah.
of us. So yeah, there's a squad rolling down to Utah. That's for sure.
Heck yeah, man. How's this camp been for you? How's it been getting ready for Johan? What do you know about him?
I mean, just like with anybody, I understand like he's a little well-rounded. So, there's not like anywhere in particular that, see too much weakness, but I just want to make sure that like I have the training partners that have pushed me to this, to the next level, and there's nothing that I haven't seen in camp. I get to train with, UFC fighters on a daily basis. And, those are the echelons of people at high level people. And so there's nothing that he can throw at me that I haven't seen on a daily basis, and I'm excited. And I can get great confidence coming into this. Is I've been pushed to the brink. There's 5 round sparring at least minimum every time we spar. So the conditioning is not even a factor at this point.
Good. I like that.
I like it.
Yeah. Have you seen any of Johan's past fights?
I have. I've seen a couple of them.
So yeah. So I was actually supposed to fight Johan myself here.
Oh, yeah?
But the card got canceled 48 hours before it was supposed to happen back in November.
Oh, geez.
Because of COVID. And how that fight came about is the win before that, he actually beat one of my teammates.
Oh, no
and
way.
one of my best friends and training partners. And he's a great guy, good dude, like nothing personal. I wanted to fight him after I saw it.
Bro.
But he's the one thing that you can always expect out of Johan is forever. He was kind of the man here in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
9-0 with 9 finishes. Mm-hmm. So him going pro, I'm really excited to see the step up in competition for both of you. And I don't know if you saw his last fight or not, but the way he fights, I've never seen you fight before, but the way he fights, it's like he kind of gets into these dog fights where it's like, man, you guys deserve to get paid to put on this action. You know what I mean? Like 100%. If you're going to go in and take and inflict pain like that, like we got to get paid, dog.
It's about time, right?
That's right. So I'm super excited for both of you on this one. Awesome. I'm just looking through your Tapology a little bit. I've seen you fought anywhere from 155 to 185. Is 170 your weight class in your home going forward?
It is right now, for sure. It's not a big cut for me to make by any means. A lot of I had to catch weight at 195 just because somebody didn't make weight. It's not for choice that I make that I fought those big guys, but it is what it is. At the amateur level, you're just gonna run into, and you have to say yes at some points. And some of my stuff's not even on there, unfortunately. So.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
170 right now is a very comfortable weight class for me. Cool. I don't feel very small against the other true 170ers that I see in the high level competition. So I'm not getting bullied or anything. So if I can withstand them, I feel pretty good at the 170 division.
Do you believe in ring rust? Is that a concern for you at all? First time fighting in almost 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a thought that goes into it, but again, the nice thing is we can try to emulate it in practice as best we can.
Yeah, sure.
Staying active with jiu-jitsu competitions and stuff like that, so that I have the competition fever still going. I feel the adrenaline. Obviously, jiu-jitsu and fighting are 2 completely different things, but the atmosphere, the crowd, the one-on-one atmosphere in the competing is what I've been doing. I've been pretty active in that, so I'm not feeling it at all.
I like it. Ryan, are you a UFC fan, Ryan?
A little bit, yeah. I definitely follow it. I have a couple friends in there now, so it's been pretty cool to follow more.
So who you got in the main event tomorrow night?
I mean, I gotta go with Poirier, to be honest. I think he could do it again. Obviously, you can get caught in the first round by Conor. Anybody can, but I just love the way he's a true fighter. Anywhere you want to go, where he's a black belt on the ground, his wrestling's top notch and his striking's there. That's a true MMA guy, and I like that. That's what I strive to be for.
1-1, Zack. 1-1. The last guy we just had on, he picked McGregor.
For sure.
I'm all over Poirier. I think I echo exactly what you just said. I just think he has too many ways to win the fight, and he's a dog. Like he's a dog.
I'm a huge Conor fan, but at the end of the day, and I was even getting close and trying to talk myself into Conor a little bit for this. And then the more that I look at it again and I try and take the bias out of it, I just think Poirier is too big for Conor at 155 that I don't think he starches him like he did when they were at 145. Like I just don't think Conor has that like one hit knockout power on the big 155ers like he did. What he did to Eddie Alvarez was incredible, but Eddie Alvarez is not a big 155er either. So it's like,
anybody you caught, that's Conor. He's going to go catch you. He's going to counter you if you come in. Obviously, he's going to have to answer to those calf kicks, but everybody Conor keeps trying to bait him to keep it standing and everything like that. If there's a mix-in and takedowns, you're going to fatigue the guy.
Which Poirier did pretty nicely in the first fight. Nobody talks about that. Yeah, they all talk about the calf kicks. They don't talk about that he took him down.
Yeah. Didn't have to keep him down, but he took him down. Beat him up. That just adds another element.
And he was a step ahead on the striking too. I mean, McGregor had his moments, but Poirier's counter striking was a lot crisper in that last fight.
He looked good, and he looked like the power didn't phase him as much as it did his 45.
He
definitely caught a couple times, and you could see him rock more than this one. But he's also gone against the best of the best. You look at his last 6 fights are just the who's who.
And recently too, like McGregor hasn't really been in a fight since Alvarez and Diaz 5 years ago.
And Alvarez wasn't a fight; that was an execution. He hasn't been in a dogfight since the Diaz fight.
Poirier was just in a freaking war a year ago with Hooker.
Yeah, he went to war.
Look at it. He went to war with a bunch of dudes.
That was Holiday. Khabib was a great fight.
Yeah, Khabib. Yeah,
that's just like you can't harp on all that experience he has.
So Ryan, what is the? I mean, obviously, you don't want to look past Johan here in a couple weeks and in a week. What's the long-term goal with the fighting for you? Is this something that you want to continue pushing forward and try to get to the next level?
Honestly, yeah. I just I come from a smaller gym, and I made the move out to Vegas about a year ago because me and my fiance both fight, and so we just wanted to see how we do against the higher level training, and can we take it to the next step? And we found that out, and we're doing really well competing on a daily basis, and so we're just basically going to ride the wave. I'm going to ride the wave as long as I can. Injuries prevailing and everything. I'm always going to keep trying to make that next step, and obviously I had a little bit of time off, so now I don't plan on really having much time off in the next year.
So when's your fiance? Has she fought before?
Yeah, she's fought for the women's promotion. She's fought for Icon. She's fought it was Invicta, it's a women's one.
What's her name?
Valerie Wong.
Oh, okay.
So we got to get her. So we got to get her on the podcast. Her next fight.
Yeah, she's got one coming up, hopefully in the next few weeks as well. She just had one, just finished a girl. She's also. We're getting ready to go to a jiu-jitsu competition for her tonight. Actually, she's going.
Oh, really?
She's competing against Gina Mazzani, the UFC fighter.
Nice.
Yeah, she's a little 115er, and Mazzani like a 135er, and they're doing a jiu-jitsu match tonight. So,
get it.
Yeah.
Good luck to her.
Yeah, she's the reigning champ. The event's called High Rollers.
High Rollers. She's doing the High Rollers.
Yeah,
dude.
That's the one. Is that the one? Mina?
If she wins, if she wins the freaking jar, I will buy that thing off her. You know what jar? You know the jar I'm talking about, right?
She won one. She won it last time. She won it last time. She's defending her belt now. So we're going back to another one.
I will pay for that jar if she wants to sell it.
It's good stuff, man. It's definitely good stuff. The jar is custom made of glass.
Yeah.
The belt's nice. Yeah, she's already won. She's defending right now.
One of the guys that I train with up here was talking about going and doing that because I'm like, dude, you got to win the freaking jar. You got to win the jar.
Yeah.
And come and bring it to my house afterwards.
Hey, it's definitely good quality stuff. I can tell you that.
So is this your fiance, the Violator? Is that her?
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, damn, she's had a lot of fights.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. And so for us coming out here to Syndicate, we both like male and female. We have, the competition. We have, UFC fight, high regional people around in the gym on a daily basis. And there's just no other answer for that. There's no like a better thing than having those training partners. It brings us to that next level.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, if you're Zach and I talk about this all the time. If you're the best guy at your gym, it's not going to work. You got to be getting in there.
Yeah, you're at the wrong gym.
You're at the wrong gym. Yeah, if you want to take it to the next level. I mean,
100%.
Yeah,
I can't. Like I talked about, having we'll take Mike Powell for example as a coach. He also jumps in, and his nickname, the Quicksand. I understand that because he is like, rolling with him is like quicksand. Whether there's strikes involved or not, you're trying to breathe and you're trying to find some air, and he just suffocates you.
Yeah.
And but it makes you that much better because he only catches me a couple times once, then just one time next time, so every time is a little bit better. And it's just awesome having the experience of everybody in there.
Very cool.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Hey Brian, you got any predictions for next Saturday night?
For my fight?
Yeah.
I definitely expect it to be a barn burner. Hopefully we're going to go for a finish. I don't want to leave it in the judge's hand. And, if I had to predict anything, I'd definitely predict a submission win by myself, because if I do enjoy anything, it's going to the ground and taking people to deep waters and seeing how well they can.
I like it.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to call that fight.
I love it. Ryan, do you have any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Actually, no, I don't. I just want to, shout out to my gym, Syndicate MMA, for getting me ready, and all my coaches, and I'm ready to go.
Right on, man. We will see you July 17th down in Price, Utah for the Fierce Challenger Series.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you guys.
Look forward to it, Ryan. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, Ryan. It's good to meet you.
Guys. Great to meet you.
We out.